You need to stop second guessing yourself so much. Seriously, you make a decision and then immediately start questioning it. You replay the moment, analyze what you said, wonder if you chose wrong, worry about what people think, and before you know it, you've talked yourself out of your own confidence. But listen, you don't give yourself enough credit. You think your instincts are unreliable, but they've gotten you this far. They've protected you, guided you, and helped you survive things you didn't think you could. That voice inside you? It's not random. It's built from experience, intuition, and lessons you've already learned. Second guessing doesn't make you smarter, it just makes you anxious. You gather information, you think things through, you make the best decision you can, and then, instead of trusting yourself, you tear it apart afterward. That's not growth. That's self-doubt pretending to be caution. You can't live like that. You can't move forward if you're constantly looking backward, wondering if you should have done something differently. You're allowed to trust yourself. You're allowed to stand by your choices. You're allowed to make decisions without immediately assuming you were wrong. Because here's the truth. There is no perfect choice. Every decision comes with unknowns. Every path has risks. Every option has pros and cons. Waiting until you feel 100% certain is just another way of staying stuck. Confidence doesn't come from never making mistakes. It comes from knowing you can handle the outcome, whatever it is. And you can. You don't need to replay every conversation in your head. You don't need to question every move you make. You don't need to overanalyze every decision. At some point, you have to say, I made the best choice I could with what I knew at the time. And that's enough. Second guessing keeps you trapped in the past. Trusting yourself lets you move forward. And even if a decision doesn't turn out exactly how you hoped, that doesn't mean it was wrong. It just means you learned something. And learning is never wasted. You're not behind because you chose one path over another. You're not failing because something didn't work out perfectly. You're growing. The strongest people aren't the ones who never doubt. They're the ones who act despite doubt. And you don't need external validation to prove you're doing the right thing. You don't need everyone to agree with you. You don't need reassurance from every direction. You need to trust yourself. You've thought about this. You've felt it out. You've weighed the options. You didn't just choose randomly. So stop punishing yourself for choosing. Your mind will always try to rewrite the past and convince you there was a better option. But that's not real. It's just imagination mixed with fear. You don't grow by living in what if. You grow by committing to your choices and making the best of them. You are allowed to stand firm in your decisions. You are allowed to move forward without looking back. You are allowed to believe in yourself without apologizing for it. And remember, the people who seem confident, they doubt too. They just don't let doubt control them. You don't need to have everything figured out to trust yourself. You just need to stop assuming you're wrong all the time. You're wiser than you were yesterday. You're more capable than you think. You're doing better than you realize. So make the decision and then let it be. Stop replaying it. Stop tearing yourself apart. Stop second guessing. Trust yourself enough to keep going. Because the moment you stop doubting your every move, you start moving with clarity, confidence, and peace. And that's where your real power is.